Now, this one raised a load of eyebrows. Gianluigi Donnarumma expected to leave Paris Saint-Germain this summer after he failed to agree a new deal with the European champions. Multiple clubs are trying to sign him. He has just 1 year left on his PSG contract. I say multiple clubs. You tell us which ones.
Well, look, I don't know for sure which clubs are interested in signing him, but he's arguably the best goalkeeper in the world. Who's better than him? Maybe Alisson at Liverpool at the moment. But there are reports that clubs like Manchester City are interested in signing him, clubs like Manchester United as well, although I think that would be difficult to see happening because he is on big wages. The background to this is that he moved to PSG as a free agent 4 years ago. You remember, he was represented by Mino Raiola at the time. He was the best goalkeeper in the world. PSG, because they weren't paying a transfer fee for him, broke the bank almost, although it's difficult to break the bank when you're PSG, to pay his wages. Now his contract is going to run out next summer. There have been talks about a new deal, but I don't think PSG want to pay the kind of money that perhaps the player feels that he is worth. And also, PSG don't want to be in the situation anymore where players are leaving and free transfers. Remember that whole saga
We all remember.
with Kylian Mbappe as well. Once bitten, twice shy. So I think what they've done is gone out and bought a new goalkeeper, Lucas Chevalier, for 40 million euros. They've said to Lucas Chevalier, you're the number one. Donnarumma is not even in the squad for the Super Cup game against Tottenham. All parties are trying to work to find him a new club. But of course, it's going to be very difficult because he's arguably the best goalkeeper in the world and he's on big wages. And he always has the option of just saying, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. I've got this big contract. I like my life in Paris.
Not doing that in a World Cup year.
Well,
not doing it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. How could Italy's number one goalkeeper not play at all in a World Cup year? But he does have that option. But it looks like he's not going to play for PSG again. And it's quite an incredible turnaround because just a few months ago, he was winning the Champions League in spectacular fashion as one of the key players in that brilliant PSG side.
Top goal. Liverpool be targeting other areas of the pitch.
Well, they are in talks with Crystal Palace to sign the Palace captain, Marc Guehi. Now, Steve Parish, the Palace chairman, said 2 days ago that the situation regarding Guehi was very simple. He's only got a year left on his contract. Palace can't afford for him to leave on a free. So unless he signs a new deal, he's going to leave this summer. Now, it's very unlikely that he'll sign a new deal. I think Liverpool feel that he wants to move to Liverpool. They have a very good relationship with Steve Parish. They're doing everything by the book. That is why they're holding club-to-club talks first. Now, how much would he cost? We know last summer there was talk of him being valued at around £70 million. But now, 1 year left on his contract, I think that has dropped significantly. I think Palace probably value him at around £40 million. Liverpool probably trying to get him for around 30 or 35 million pounds. I think it would be a very good move for the player himself. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, of course. He's done a fantastic job at Crystal Palace, won 2 major trophies as well. But I think when Liverpool come calling, especially the present Liverpool side, it's very difficult for a player to say no. If there's club-to-club agreement between Palace and Liverpool, then Liverpool would start talking to his intermediaries and his representatives about personal terms, but we have not got there yet. They need to agree a deal with Palace first. OK, we're going to talk Palace a little bit later on and that ruling by CAS and what it might mean for transfers and others as well. Going back to Liverpool, though, chasing Isak, as I say, should they be spending more time bringing in a centre-back rather than a striker?
I think if you ask some Liverpool fans, I was at the game on Sunday, there is a feeling that they really need some more strength and depth in that centre-back area. If you look at their bench on Sunday, there weren't any centre-backs on the bench, and Arne Slot was asked about signing a defender on Friday ahead of the game, and he said that the likes of Endo and Andy Robertson could fit in there if required. They've sold Jarrod Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen, a really good fee they got for Jarrod Quansah. But it means that right now they've got the 2 centre-backs, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. Konate's contract expires at the end of this season. and they have a lack of options there right now. Joe Gomez seems to be injured a lot at the moment. It's a real concern for Joe Gomez. So you can understand why they need to sign a centre-back. They also understand why they need to sign an attacking player as well, because, yes, they've been really aggressive in terms of what they've gone after in this transfer window. But actually, they're one short on where they were last season with the players they brought in, the players have departed. So you can understand why. But I think the centre-back is a priority, because if they don't sign an attacking player, they still have the likes of Enga Moa, the 16-year-old on the left-hand side, Harvey Elliott, Ben Doak as well, and they've got options there if required. I think the centre-back area is one they really need to address. If anything happens to Virgil van Dijk or Konate, I think they're in real trouble.
We saw
Shock transfer twist. Could Calvert-Lewin's last chance come at Manchester United? The transfer window drama just took a wild turn, and at the centre of it is 28-year-old free agent Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Once valued at a jaw-dropping £50 million by Manchester United, the former Everton star now finds himself without a club after leaving the Toffees at the end of the 2024-2025 season. Last year was brutal for the England striker, just 3 goals in 26 Premier League appearances, but fans still remember the Calvert-Lewin who terrorised defences, scoring crucial goals and rising as one of England's most promising forwards. Offers were expected to pour in, but nothing concrete has landed. United, meanwhile, have just secured rising sensation Benjamin Šeško, and with Ruben Amorim already boasting Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund, the striker spot is bursting at the seams, the only realistic route for Calvert-Lewin to pull on the famous red shirt. One of these stars leaving before deadline day, and all eyes are on Højlund, who's being strongly linked with a big money move to AC Milan. It's a situation filled with tension, hope, and uncertainty. For Calvert-Lewin, this might be the last big opportunity to revive his career at the highest level. For United fans, the question is simple but explosive.